A draft budget report submitted to China's top legislature unveiled that in 2021, the country's defense budget will be around 1.35 trillion yuan, up 6.8% from last year.
Is the figure growing too fast? Is the so-called Chinese military threat well-grounded? Here are a few things we should know before that question is answered. China is the world's second-largest economy and the most populous country with a vast land area, and yet the defense budget of China is around 1/4 of the U.S. figure.
China's planned defense expenditure per capita in 2021 will be around 900 yuan. The U.S. defense budget of the year is $740.5 billion U.S.dollars, which makes for a per capita spending of about $2,230 U.S.dollars.
In terms of proportion of GDP spent on the defense budget, China is at a lower level than other major countries, according to a Chinese government white paper issued in 2019.
As a percentage of GDP from 2012 to 2017, China's average defense expenditure was about 1.3%. The figures of other countries are
China's defense expenditure has been on a downward trend.
China's defense expenditure as a percentage of GDP has been falling from a peak of 5.43% in 1979 and has remained below 2% for the past 3 decades. Also, its share of government expenditure fell from 17.37% in 1979 to 5.13% in 2020.
In terms of usage, China's defense input is mainly assigned to personnel, training, sustainment, and equipment. The increase of China's defense expenditure is based on practical considerations, but the purpose is defense in nature.
The country has never initiated a war or taken an inch of foreign land since the founding of the People's Republic of China. However, since 2001, the United States has illegally launched wars and military operations against Iraq, Libya, Syria, Afghanistan, and several other countries, at a cost of more than 6.4 trillion U.S.dollars, and resulting in over 800,000 deaths and tens of millions displaced. The U.S. side has also repeatedly sent warships and aircraft to the South China Sea for all kinds of military drills and close-in reconnaissance, posing serious challenges to the Chinese military.
China's appropriate and steady increase of defense spending poses no threat to any other country and is an anchor of stability for world peace.
It is the second largest contributor to the UN peacekeeping budget and the largest troop contributing country among the permanent members of the UN Security Council. Since 1990, China's armed forces have sent more than 40,000 peacekeepers on UN peacekeeping missions.
So, is China's defense budget growing too fast? Is the so-called Chinese military threat well-grounded? The answer is no.